Guys, welcome back to another video. This is another basketball reaction, and this video has been suggested so much recently, and it's on Nikola Jokic. I'm going to say Nikola Jokic analysis, the 7-foot point guard. I know this guy's massive, and from his name, I assume he's from somewhere like Serbia, I guess. I think that's a very Serbian name. But I've seen clips of this guy. He plays for the Nuggets. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's in that, actually, the description. He plays for the Denver Nuggets. And from what I've seen, he looks wild. And I'm just interested in seeing, because once again, you guys have suggested this a lot. And yo, this is from the YouTube comments and my Discord. So yeah, I appreciate this a lot. I genuinely do. So let's just like check what it's about, I guess. I'm not, like, again, it's been suggested a lot for the last few weeks. I say the last week or so. And it's from a new channel as well. I'm going to subscribe, because any new basketball or other American sports channels that I see, I'm subscribing straight away, because I just love seeing new like content creators and different types of content. Let's get into this and see what this video is about and why it's been suggested so much.
Elected during a Taco Bell commercial in the 2014 NBA draft, he was sleeping in his bed in Serbia.
Oh, so
Turns out
okay.
It was the NBA who was sleeping on him. Jokic is a doughy 7-foot basketball artist whose creativity on the court rivals anyone in league history.
Wow.
He's nominally a center, but he primarily plays point guard, manning low-speed breaks like a giant rumbling honey bear, and dropping dimes like Magic Johnson. And like Magic, Joker is a passing savant. Note,
He's a
never
passer,
misses his
okay.
target in order to throw the defense off, and he'll exploit the tiniest advantages in transition.
Oh!
His outlet passes are the envy of NFL quarterbacks. He's loading this one up mid-rebound.
The thing is with that, man, I can't get over how wild that is. He's standing still, and obviously he's massive, so he's going to have like a lot more strength compared to the average human, but he's just thrown a basketball with absolute like nonchalance, so like without any sort of look of like power. He's just sort of thrown it with such accuracy.
Quarterbacks. He's loaded.
That is insane. How far?
And it's nearly unprecedented for a defensive rebounder to be this dangerous 90 feet from the
Oh
hoop.
my god.
It's one thing to ask guards to leak out, but only the best outletters in league history can instantly find their targets and throw strikes like this.
This guy.
His half-court passing is arguably better. He hits roll men in his sleep off a screen and roll action, and not only from picking apart defense up top like this. He'll blend scoring actions into passes.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
He'll receive handoffs like a guard, and then feign a floater before lobbing a jump pass.
Oh!
His ability to manipulate defenses is already at master level. This is not a shot. He's creative with his deliveries as well. He knows Will Barton is free here, but needs this help defender to clear out, and he needs a passing angle to deliver this around the brilliant Al.
Oh my god.
The look away moves Morris, and jumping gives him a window over the top. Even at 7 feet, he can drive into the teeth and lay it down. And even on plays like this, he'll whip his head up into a shooting motion, only to drop it off when the shot block.
Oh my god.
Of course, he'll no-look it into the corner too off of his face-up game. Jokic's deliveries are...
Yo, Jokic! Oh, Jokic. Wait, I want to see what he said it.
Of his face-up game. Jokic's deliveries are next level. Notice how he moves the ball to the side of Draymond Green because Nikola knows Draymond's hands are going up.
Man.
He's also a deadly passer when he's the roll man. It seems there are a few passes Jokic can't make. Here's a beautiful touch back to the ball handler. And even in these situations,
he just uses his height to his advantage at that point.
Defenders into oblivion. Joker's visionary vision makes running half-court offense through him deadly. He feathers in entry passes from the top, and he hits cutters like he has a cheat code. Watch this one again. Jokic needs only momentary eye contact with his target to know the slip is on.
This guy's mental.
Offense is constructed around these kinds of reads, with Jokic picking apart routes like Peyton Manning, understanding
he
what
sees into the future kind of thing.
Prepared for. Take this play. He knows Boston isn't switching this screening.
Put behind him, right?
So he throws the pass
maybe
now,
not.
When it looks like nothing is open, dropping
so seeing into the future again. Man, this guy's got some mad vision, you know.
Incredibly difficult to double team. Send help on his drives, and he'll punish you. And when he backs down weaker opponents, committing a man even in the cozy confines of the paint, is asking for
Oh my
trouble.
days.
Defenses have to be wary of committing, even when it looks like he's shooting. Jokic's passing would lose some
Does he
potency.
ever shoot? I mean, obviously he shoots, but I'm getting from this clip a lot. He gets into like sort of pretty good shooting positions, but he sees a pass which will give him like an extra 5-10% chance of scoring, and then he'll just make the pass somehow. He seems like a very unselfish kind of player, and that's not to say players who score lots of points are selfish, but he just wants to get the points no matter how they get it. That's what I'm getting from this. He looks like a
scoring game.
He seems like a pure
Pressures
sort of
defenses
athlete,
with an
man.
array of post moves. He'll throw all kinds of nimble spin
Okay,
moves
he does score. He does score.
and he has a great touch with his hook shots too. He's incredibly creative with release points, here flipping one under Boban, and he'll finish with gentle little high arcers from all kinds of angles. Much like his passing, he'll fake defenders right out of the shoes.
Oh!
Kevin McHale would approve. And he nullifies athletic advantages of vertical defenders by pumping them out of his way.
He moves
I also
like,
love
pretty
how he
well for someone
throws
who's
his
7 foot
weight
as
around,
well.
patiently bullying opponents or slowly working to get a better spot. Remember, he welcomes a double team in these situations, and he's functionally strong enough to bang into even players like Steven Adams. That bowling
against
ball
big
momentum
players
helps
themselves.
him follow shots too. Here he just bludgeons a guard, but he regularly follows his misses, and Nikola ranks 6th in the league in offensive rebounding rate
Wow.
among players who take at least 10% of their shots from 3. Yet, despite his power and bear-like stature, he can come off pin downs like a wing, seamlessly swapping roles with Denver's guards off the ball in their fluid offense. We can see just how guard-like Jokic is through his passing and scoring metrics. Looking at box
Stats, okay.
creation, an estimate of how many shots a player created for teammates, and passer rating, a 1 to 10 scale of passing ability, Jokic is just the 9th player ever to score 19 points per 75.
Wait, I want to look at this. Oh, so he's not actually there yet.
On efficiency, at least 2% better than the league, with a box creation
Jeez,
over 10 and
that's-
a passer rating over 8.
Okay, that is... I wasn't expecting him to be this sort of level. Like, I was expecting him to be, like, a top player, because from what I've seen, he's wild. And, like, in other clips as well, but... Like, statistically, in certain areas of the game, he's one of the best ever. Like, in certain areas of the game. Not of all time, of course. That is wild. When you put it into that sort of perspective, you have to rate it, man.
Jokic shoots threes as well. He rarely takes long twos. And his career rate of 35% from behind the line is enough to punish defenders.
Okay, so he's consistent on threes as well.
Those athletic limitations do catch up with him on defense, though. This shows up a lot in pick and roll, where he's not agile enough to fully recover at times. And his feet can get crossed up backpedaling, where he's not quick enough to handle change of direction. This can show up in closeouts too, where slamming on the brakes is tricky. Here he's not fully balanced, and that contest lifts him right off the ground, leaving an easy layup for Clay.
Oh, he's
Same
sent there,
thing
to
on
be
this play.
fair.
He isn't even challenging a shot. It's just that head of steam lifts him right off his toes, and that small hop leaves him in big trouble. He also lacks verticality defending the rim, rarely getting up high to contest shots. His positioning is often solid, as it is here, but he's not the kind of athlete to inhale drivers or meet them at their apex. Here he's put in a tough help spot, and in situations like this, he'll always default to a ground-based defensive strategy, swiping for the ball or playing the pass. Between his height and long reach, he does have some rim protection. He often targets the ball low, and because he's often in good position, he can occasionally make plays in these spots. Awareness helps him overcome some of these other athletic deficiencies. On this play, for instance, Jokic stops the ball, then recognizes the most dangerous threat on the break is the corner 3.
He seems to
so
read
he
the
runs
game
Tatum
really
off the
well.
line, and the whole thing kind of fizzles out. This play really demonstrates how that vision buoys his defense. He knows the ball is on the opposite wing, so he takes a smart step toward the strong side, allowing him to take away this back door, then immediately hops back into good position, and finally slides down to the rim, reacting well to the pass.
A very
Notice
smart
how
player.
active he is
Jeez.
on all these plays, constantly moving and involving himself in the action. This allows him to string together really strong defensive possessions.
Against Giannis as
where he's
well.
comfortable switching and recovering, And here he even closes the possession with a block on Giannis.
I was literally thinking, has he played against Giannis, or has he had to 1v1 battle versus Giannis?
Aldridge's incessant bumps, and it helps him too when facing power players in the
post. He's like very unique compared to other players though.
Before smothering that pass. And those hands are Jokic's best defensive asset. These things are like snakes constantly sniping at the ball with great precision. Jokic is rarely in foul trouble.
Jeez.
And his reaction time and reads are top notch.
Jeez.
Jokic constantly rips players with this swipe down move, and by my estimation, about 40% of these are erroneously credited as blocks, meaning he should actually have one of the highest steal rates in the league, yet he doesn't gamble too much. Impact
so he's just
paint Nikola as a top 10 player in the league, and it's hard to argue with that. What's notable is that all of these view him as a top 10 offensive weapon, which is atypical for a 7-footer, and it's because he's already the best passing big man in league history.
Oh, man.
And he's simply the best passer in the NBA today, regardless
his passing
of
is disgusting, to be fair.
He does lack the shooting and, in many cases, the aggression of players capable of winning MVP just with their offense.
91st in scoring, efficiency 77th, creation 98th, turnovers 35th, passer rating 100th. So obviously I'm getting, like, in some cases he's not as good in other places, but that's just how he's built. He's built someone who's 7 foot. He's not going to be good at certain things. As for someone who's like Curry, who's 6'3", and he's built for certain things and not for others. So obviously I'm guessing he uses his strengths to his advantage, and he's going to have his downfall like every player does. But it's interesting to see both parts of his game.
So he sits a rung below them for me as an offensive force, better than all but, say, 30 players in league history on that end, and yet he still has room to improve there.
For real.
The
How old is he?
totality of his defense leaves him as a slight positive on that end for me too. He's vulnerable to strong pick and roll or
I'm
pick
such the end of the
teams,
video.
and it would be hard to construct a great defense around him, but he has enough positives on that end that he constantly grades out as a plus in impact metrics for a reason. So in 2019, I see Nikola Jokic as a low-level MVP player.
Fair play.
Next up, we will look at another European superstar for some perspective on his season. Check out my latest video on...
Yo, I'll have to look at this channel more then. There's so many I'm just finding new channels, all the time. It's incredible. I just want to see his height and his age quickly. Nikola age. He's 25. Oh, he looks older, to be fair. So he's still young. Fair. And hopefully, because I know Yao Ming, Yao was a bit taller. He's like 4 or 5 inches taller. But he retired kind of early due to injuries, right? And I feel like that's because he was a lot taller. Hopefully he doesn't get them sort of injuries, because from what I've seen, as someone who's around at Giannis' age, I thought like Giannis would be a few years younger than him. He is a baller, man. And I just want to read the comments. I do love like seeing the comments and seeing people's perception of all these videos. In the last 50 years, 4-time centre had 15 assists in one game. All 4 times it was Nikola. Yeah. Oh my god. Nikola is underrated, like all of the Nuggets. This has opened my eyes to him, man. I've never really heard his name mentioned in certain... In NBA history, only 2 players have 3,000 points, 2,000 rebounds, and 1,000 assists in their first season. Larry Bird and Nikola Jokic. Okay, that is esteemed level, man. Also, this young and unique player has... That blows my mind. He's 25. I thought he would have been... Like, he doesn't look that young. But he is young. That is wild, man. Very good video, man. I really appreciate the suggestions. This is a bit different and it's a unique style of player. But, yo, man, I love seeing things like this. And if there's any more unique player videos, whether it be from the history or from present day, just let me know, man. I'll suggest them because I really enjoy them. And thinking basketball, is there any videos like that any more videos that he does that you'd like me to see? Because this was a very different, I say very different, it was kind of different to the other basketball content creators that I watch. But, man... You guys are blessed with some insane YouTubers for this sport. I tell you what, incredible, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you join my my Discord for those who are interested. Until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.